Hello and welcome everyone. Here's Scala with the Scala Craft and another game here in the Zerus Prime, one of the new maps in the latest season. Today we have a match between the Zerg and a Protoss. I believe it's a ladder game, but it's a gold versus a diamond. Yeah, so introduce the players here on the bottom left corner. Playing Red Zerg, it's Latvian player logins. And on the bottom right side, playing Blue Protoss is a LittleMufti. So, as we all know, it's or one of the very active players here from the Latvia. It's logins, and he switched to Zerg recently. At least I believe a season ago or something. The former Terran player we see by the decal here on the ground at the big cross. And he's a Zerg, so playing up, uh, leveling up his skills and so. Um, yeah, leveling up the skills and playing here against the Protoss here on the ladder game. He sent me this game recently. Haven't got time to view it before that, so we all have a first view together. Um, Zerg versus Protoss. Oh, I love this matchup. I know I've said it all the time, but the thing is here, what I want to see is the swarm hosts, and it's always fun to see how Zerg use those units and how the Protoss counter it. And we all know that it's Colossi must have, to be honest. Uh, but the thing is, don't rush. Let's see how these games move on from the start. Oh, it's a weird choice here from the Protoss player. To be honest, going for the Nexus first. Okay, it's nothing weird, but the weird is that the placement of this pylon, I believe it doesn't really cover this area to put down the forge or the cannon afterwards or gateway. It's not really that uncommon to put a gateway instead of the forge. It's a quite big map, so the first really early link push or run, it's not that fast. So and also, not a lot of Zergs commit to that because of the possibilities he's going to fall behind in the economy. And oh, that's true. The first one is the gateway here after the second pylon, because the Protoss player continuously to build more probes in behind this, and now going to take the two double gas and expansion will be soon up in the gateway, but need to be careful about the link since it's quite greedy, I would say, and well, greedy. But of course, if the player tested his builds before and know what's going on and what's not, I think he can feel safe and free to do that. Also need to remind you all that it's a Diamond League player, so probably he done it a couple of times before, so not really a lot of things to worry about. At the moment, he's seeing, he putting down the cybernetic score and not really even thinking about the forge, so it's gonna be the zealot chrono boosted out. So that's for sure. He's going to put down the zealot here and probably the stalker afterwards, or even a sentry, so he'll be feeling safe from those linger rushes. And now it's almost 6 minute mark, and if the logins would committed to the Zerg links, he would. I believe he would manage to do some damage here, but it would be really committing to that attack. So this time it seems that the both players are going to macro up at least a little bit more, and now the LittleMufti almost have the mothership core. It's all those early link harasses. It's this time is over, and there's not a lot of possibilities to do that. And after this, the early part of the game, it started the part where we're gonna see the most interesting stuff and to see what the game will turn into. What will be the tech choices for both players, for the Zerg and the Protoss. Yes, and we're seeing that the LittleMufti is going for the Sentry after the Zealot. It means that for the force field, it would be quite easily to defend just just need to remind you that you have a mothership core as well, so no big problem here to do that. Killing off a couple of links in behind this, and I still want to know what's going on here from the Protoss. And 3 additional gateways is a 4-gate build. 4 gates at already here from the 2 bases. It's a lot of gateway units probably. No robotics at the moment. So quite vulnerable to roaches, to that standard build of the... Oh, and the robotics bay is on the way, so pardon me, pardon. And it seems it's possible to make some immortals or sentries and all those 4 gateways, so it's going to be quite heavy gateway build, and a lot of possibilities, still a lot of possibilities. And seeing the logins going for the roaches, it's quite wise choice here. I would need to admit that roaches are very efficient here against the Protoss if you don't have those colossi or immortals out. Also, it seems that he don't have the and not really in mind putting for the blink stalkers, so but instead, yes, it's going to be the Colossi. The robotics bay is on the way. It's going to warp in, and he moving out with some offensive, not really waiting for the Colossi. That's a strange timing, I believe. Not really lot of units here for his army. A couple of stalkers, zealot, and 2 sentries. Nothing really in the base. Needs to warp in additional stalkers, but the login saw the robotics bay, and that's the answer he wants. He needs it to scout that technology to this tech and going for the spire. I believe he will be going for it really soon. At the moment he have a lot of roaches and speedlings. It should be more than enough to counter the attack of the LittleMufti and deal with it quite efficiently. But now he needs the spire as well, so yep, and it's placed down. Needs to make just a couple of corruptors to take care of those colossi here, yeah. And also the mothership core is flying away and nothing really to attack the high ground. No hydras at the moment. Need to get more tech here out, and the 3rd base is quite late, I would say. Maybe he's not really feeling that safe here with the Zerg at the moment playing against Protoss needs. The Protoss is very hard race to play against, at least for in the lower leagues. And just recently was checking out a lot of player statistics and seeing that the Zerg versus Protoss is the hardest matchup for the Zerg. Still the mid-high platinum, I believe, and especially the Protoss is with those really fast expansions, and it's like almost every Protoss player here nowadays. And oh, those roaches clear up the stalkers and the sentries quite efficiently. Well, a couple of nice force fields here, but I believe it's not really enough. Mothership core, that's annoying unit here on the map, and there's nothing really to counter that air. Still nothing. I would probably pull some queens. Not a lot of queens, I believe, here out for the logins. Just see 2 of them. So now the first mutas are out, and oh, that's gonna change a lot. Still a lot of stalkers still warped in here next to the login space, and both players really commit to those attacks and not really turning back, and just want to do a lot more damage and really go in for that. Okay, now 3 mutas out, and oh, the mothership core is probably going to die. That's the really reinforcement the roaches wanted and also needed. The thing is, not really a lot of forces here by the LittleMufti, but back in the base he made a nice recall, and 3rd base here up for the LittleMufti. Making those base count equal to logins, and oh, those colossi are out. So he's now in a really great position, I believe. A couple of colossi, stalkers. Well, not really enough from the gateway units, but could change really soon, and it's just after seeing those mutas, he's going to place the photon cannons on those bases. Oh, feeling very unsafe here. Putting down a lot of photon cannons, so maybe 9 in total. It's way too much. Instead, he could have worked in a lot of stalkers and gone for the blink, but oh, nice move here by the logins. Those catch those colossi out of position, and they are going to die. Ooh, at least one of them for sure. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, so close one. Oh, and he managed to kill the both colossi, and a nice victory here for the logins. Moving up himself for the nicer position in this matchup. The both players are now on the 3 bases, and but steady economy for the Zerg. Well, not really. I believe he's just falling behind a little bit in an economical way, and also the upgrades are a little bit behind. But situation is not that bad, to be honest. Quite a lot of roaches here in the map, and everything that LittleMufti have to put against it, it's just a bunch of stalkers. So it all depends on the attack the both players will choose. The LittleMufti is still going for the Colossi, and 8 Corruptors out for the logins. It will be more than enough to counter that one Colossi in probably the next engagement really soon. What logins really need, he needs to put another base down somewhere, maybe in some different location, maybe in top of the map, just to feel more safe, and additional income wouldn't hurt, to be honest. Oh, the blink research for the stalkers, it's a very useful upgrade here, and when he's countering those roaches, also needs to use the mothership core very efficiently if he's going to use the slow on roaches and the colossi. The blinks are going to take care of the corruptors or roaches, depends on the situation. Quite a nice read here by LittleMufti, I believe, and missing some hydras, I believe, for the logins. I would prefer the hydras, or if you have so much corruptors out, then maybe some couple of swarm hosts. I'm not sure. I'm just really into random builds, to be honest, and I know how swarm hosts can be annoying, because it will force the Protoss to go for a lot more observers, and it's a hide and seek play here after that, and could be quite efficient. But the thing is, the swarm hosts are very expensive at this point, and not really the preferable over those roaches. Oh, and he's going very roach heavy composition of the army. No hydras, no tier 3 tech units, and both players going for the full base, so just turtling a little bit up and macroing the game, closing it quite slowly to 200 supply. And you know what this means, it's way more dangerous to have a Protoss 200 than the Zerg one. Also, if the Zerg don't have that much money in the base to quickly rebuild the army of the whole, he needs to get that engagement, but need to catch the Protoss in a very nice position to be able to kill those stalkers. I mean, sorry, that's Colossi, you know. The engagement is on. Not the best position here for the logins, I believe, but he's doing his best. Needs a little bit fall behind for those roaches and let the corruptors deal with the colossi, and the colossi are down, and that's the nice victory here for the logins, just clearing up those nasty zealots, and the stalkers are a piece of cake after that, just a little bit not enough roaches, I believe. I'm afraid, yeah, that's true. Victory here for LittleMufti, but in a supply count, the logins is over that, and big reinforcements, a lot of roaches made, and the links as well. Streaming in and going for the base. Nice answer here by LittleMufti making the zealots. And oh, overreacting here with the photo cannons as well, just placing just wasting that extra minerals away with the photo cannons. And I believe not enough gateways here for him. It's just like 7 gates, and in a 20-minute market, of course, at the 4th base running. It's not enough, definitely not enough. It seems that both players are going to stick with their unit plan, with that tactic of the going for the Stalkers, Zealot, Colossi, and also for the logins going for the Roach Corruptor only. Um, that's quite strong build, to be honest. Just missing something about the anti-air and to kill down that Colossi. Maybe Hydras. The thing here is that the Roach is a little bit weaker than Stalkers, and they need an extra range, so the Hydras can give that. Also quite rapid damage and a little bit of damage burst, so could work out really fine. That's why a lot of players choose to go for the Roach Hydra because of the additional advantage of the distance and the attack range. Oh, but there's a little change here. He's the LittleMufti going for the Templars, also for the Storm, but morphing in Archons. Before using the Storm, it's not the first thing that came in my mind when I see those Templars morphed in, but nice splash damage here, but not really against the Roaches, I believe. Also, the Dark Templars then, and it's could be very efficient here, because I assume the logins are not really expecting that. Oh, and oh, nice change here, going for the Ultralisks, but the thing is not enough upgrade for the melee damage, but Ultras can do very nice damage here, very nice. Big attacks here, and nice big micro here, but a LittleMufti just still trying to falling back, but it's not really enough. And seeing those ultras, his tactic are just... Ooh, its tactic is definitely off, and a very nice move here by the Lions, having 200 supply and just making up those additional upgrades and going and storming and killing everything on the way. Nothing really that LittleMufti can do, just trying to a little bit defend the base. Constant reinforcements though, a lot of links here, but I believe he just managed to push the login off the base, and ooh, this is really a nice matchup to be seeing today. Nice tack switch, definitely what was needed. Just the thing is, the Ultra is lacking that melee upgrade. It's going to be fixed quite soon, and oh, instead the logins are choosing to go for 3-3 upgrade on the Roaches. Also very wise. The thing is, here will be a couple of Immortals. Immortals are good against Roaches and Ultralisks, more or less. So, not really quite sure in which player's favor this match is going towards to. But the thing is, here Logan's taking additional bases, and that's the wise choice. That's the choice he needs to make, and it's definitely a good one. Taking additional bases, securing additional incomes, to being able to reproduce the army and supply count back to 200 like in no time. What we're seeing now, it seems that they're going for being a Varperism here from the LittleMufti. It's way too late, of course, but early some I'm sorry, some efficient harassment from the Protest player could do that with really big magic. Being a warp that couple of zealots here and killing the drones, or maybe in the back base, killing some vital buildings of the producement, could do a lot of damage. There is no detection, no spy, no spore crawlers in any of the logins bases. Could be a big hit. Could be a big thing, and if there will be any Dark Templars, so who knows, And oh, his logins are going to mix in some couple of swarm hosts. The thing is, with the swarm hosts, you need a lot of them to do significant damage. But of course, the free locusts are yeah, you know, they are free, of course, and could be quite efficient and very annoying here for the Protoss player if you don't have enough observers out. But the thing is, the Zurich player also requires to have an overseer to catch those observers, and it's like a shadow play a little bit for the both players. And let's see what is going to be the morph here and on the top of the map. Oh yes, it's going to be a lot of Dark Templars. I believe, way too much here and morphed in by the LittleMufti. And now he's no longer is catched off guard. He knows what's going on. A lot of Dark Templars here, but no observers. He makes 26 drones. Oh my god, that's a lot. No observers out, no spore crawlers, no nothing. And now just sending in the whole army here in the Dark Templars. Not the wisest choice to do. He's not being able to block them off, and in a little mafia choose not to kill the army but go for the other bases instead. Quite weird choice, I would say a little bit. The both players are starting to pile in their money and joining the forces here in with the main force and making up more archons. Wise thing here, but the thing is, for the LittleMufti, he's missing an air units definitely. You see that the logins have a lot of ultras, and to deal with ultras with just of one Colossi, a couple of immortals and stalkers, ooh, it will be really, really, really hard. Also, having those swarm hosts that going to soak up some sort of a damage with the locusts, it will be really, really hard for the Protoss to break that. Ooh, and then engagement in. Catched up in a bad position here, but what really Protoss needed it was a couple of Void Rays, maybe Tempests. Even carriers would be nice to get the air units, and that's what we tend to go for the big macro games like this. It's always almost over the half an hour, and ooh, cleared up really nicely. Going to tend to see a lot of air units in the end of the game, and going for each of the players going for those their own special attack units in the from the air building. And now the thing is, what will Login put to answer this? And if he will manage to stop this attack, and there's a lot of units alive and swarming in a lot of roaches here against the immortals, and not the wisest choice, I believe. Still, not a lot of options are available here for the logins just to make the mutas or any air attack. It will be hard against those stalkers who are going 3-3. Oh, and there's lots of clearing up very nicely here. I believe the LittleMufti are taking the lead now, and we see that by the supply count, and there's not really a lot of options left here for the logins to make an answer. And big attacks here going on in the main basin, closing into the main base, and it's a GG from logins. Yeah, well played for both players, I would say, and wasn't sure, to be honest, to see that if the Protoss player can pull it, but he managed to do it without air units. Well played. Feeling very, very safe. I believe Loggins was just waited a little bit too long, but a very nice game to see from him, and it seems he just adjusted to the Zerg play quite well, and we'll have to see the improvement really, really soon. So thank you, man, for this replay. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Like, subscribe, and write down your comments. So see you soon.